Hello everyone, welcome back to JCfinger. This is episode 46 of our Let's Play The Sims Mobile. I want to show you a very quick tour of the town and how I've developed my neighborhood, and then I'll take you to my Pixieland Fairy's house. But first, this is the first plot, the original plot that you get when you start the game. Icon and Pecan have a son called Dane, and he now lives there alone with his girlfriend. She was a passerby. I got her off the street, I dressed her up, and she's really cute. But this is where you would come and visit as a neighbor. This is the only house you can come to, and that's where, parties are thrown. I'm really hoping that we can throw parties from different locations in our neighborhood. That way you get to see, your neighbors' other constructions and locations. That would be really nice. But until then, the only way is to show you around this way. This is the Wamples Kids boarding school. That was the last tour the last video that I uploaded, I think. But there are 8 kids there, all unplayable, obviously. And if you haven't seen the tour of this school, then of course watch that video. There should be a pop-up in the top right hand corner of your screen if you're watching on a device, and it should link you to that video. So that's where the school is. That would be the next house down the road from the party residence, going left. Okay, so the next house I'm going to show you, which you have seen, and if you haven't, then it's the land grab plot. It's up on a hill, it's really pretty, and that's where I moved Pecan and Icon. They are now, upgraded in my world, and they live at this really beautiful mansion here. Now, since the last update, the Modern Luxe, I was able to then take off the other patio pavings that we had. There were 5x5 grid wide, and I've placed around this patio that's covered very neatly every space without me having to use different colors here and there to make up for it. So it's quite neat now, and I've updated everything. But we're not touring this, obviously, because I've also changed a few things inside too. That will be in a different video. Okay, now we're going to go to Pixieland. That's what I call Hazy's house, and there is a park, but we won't see that today. That'll be in another video. So here she is. This is her nightgown. She's at 417 Emerald Drive. We will change her up, but I love this outfit from Izzy. So you come down the bend from Wamples Kids boarding school, and then you've got Pixieland. That's what I've called this space for her. I really love it. I wanted it to look like an outdoor space, but in the end I made it a house in a way, and I'll just quickly take you on a tour around so you can see. It's going to be very quick, and then I'll show you a few things about her mood settings in the house. Now, oh yeah, I dress every sim I see that passes by. So in my town you will find some Wamples, you'll find just, really nicely designed individuals here and there. Okay. This is her front yard. Lots of flowers, lots of plants, and of course I covered everything up with the lovely sparkly pebbles. You'll see that at nighttime. I will go into night mode eventually, but yeah, I really worked on the exterior to make it look very whimsical in a way. If you know or follow the channel, you will know that I do like whimsical creatures and things like that. So I took my time to deck out the front yard, and then I thought that the white trees would be nice because she's quite pale, isn't she? So you've got a spot of color with Maudry, the eating sim plant there, and the fairy tree, and then she's got this little light in the center here that's about her mood. I'll explain that later. Okay, so just stay on. She has another pet in the corner here that she can sing with if she's having a party up front, which of course we can't throw parties. But that's the front part. It's covered in glass. I wanted the whole thing covered in glass, but I changed my mind later. I wanted her to be able to see in and out of her house when she's in, and I didn't want it to look like a real home. In a sense, there's openings here and there. And yeah, it's like a sheltered space in a way. I wanted it to be open just a bit, but it's still the structure of a home. Okay, right, so now we've seen the exterior. I'm just going to quickly go in. We're not going to go into cinematic mode like we did with the land grab plot. This time you're just going to see what it looks like straight away, almost in one go. This is what I've set out. I really love what I've chosen to put in the space. It's supposed to be like a palace, and I've put a statue inside, so it's not your traditional home. It isn't. There are 2 passageways that open up to the back part of the house, and through some arches here you come into a dining area. I have the Gothic set, and you can see that there's a clear view of the outdoors which is what I wanted. And then further down that little corridor is another opening into a kitchen. It's clean, it's clear, no clutter. As I say, she is a whimsical creature and doesn't really eat real food. That's what I'm trying to push here. But of course I could fill it up with things if I want to. There are the necessary bits on the side here, and I just love how it's set out. Then you have an arch that leads around into the living room area. Let me just have her walk across with us into this part of the house. So yeah, that's her nightgown. I always love putting her in that at nighttime. This is the lovely floor candelabra, and there's another one on the side here. There's a fireplace, and I thought this lovely piece went well in the living room because it's an unusual home and it's got a swan, you know, thinking about wings. She's all about wings, so it worked well for her in the space. And then you can come around this way through this corridor, and of course you could have come from the main entrance that way, and it leads into her master bedroom here. Okay, she's had a few kids as well with anyone she pleases that are part of the Wample's kids, as has Dane and Pecan and Icon. So a mixture of kids there. That's where her cot is, or bassinet. And she's also a writer, so that's why she has a desk. And again, it faces the front part of her house. Lots of clear view to the streets. And she's got the royal bed. Then she's got a beautiful closet space here, lovely dressing room. Lots of clothes dotted around, a center table for other things. I don't know what. And then straight through into her bathroom. There are two tubs in here, one with wings because she's a fairy. And that's where you've got a picture above it. And it doesn't show her wings in the photo. I'm not sure why. Then she's got the normal spa tub in here, and then a royal toilet unit. But there's no sink. There's just no sink in the game that works with the space, but I'll figure it out. It would have gone in that corner. Okay. Okay, so two arches leading out to the back part of the house. It's all clean and clear at the moment. I never know what I'm going to do next in the space. But this is where my fairy lives, okay, called Pixie Land. Now I'm going to show you the different moods in her house using the wallpaper. So there's pixie dust all over the walls. That's the only colors I use in this house. It's in the wallpaper section. It's called Jubilee, okay? So whenever I put the pink pixie dust wallpaper up, I am the one calling it pixie dust because it looks that way, all right? I put her in the bubbly pink fairy outfit, and this is her flirty mood. I always put her in this outfit when I change the house to this color, and sometimes I actually change lights, but it depends on the pixie mood color that I've put up. So the next color would be the one you saw originally. I would usually put her in the green fairy outfit, but I'm using a green screen to layer her on so you could see how the outfit matches. And if I put her in the green outfit, she'd be invisible. So I'll put her in that towards the end for you to see, okay? Then you've got the midnight mood, okay? It looks like stars, the dark night and the stars. And it's really pretty. And when I put this color up, I tend to change the lights. This beautiful golden lotus chandelier. It's very pretty. It's floral, so it's like plants. So you carry on the plants from the outside into the house. And it's just gorgeous, and it's quite royal, isn't it? And so changing the lights really deepen the texture of the space with that royal blue. And I go on to then change her into a blue fairy outfit, which just works brilliantly. I promise, in gameplay, it's just really nice to have her change with the walls in her home. And it just, in my opinion, has to do with how she's feeling at any one time. Okay. The blue is quite nice. I don't change the furniture because it just becomes too strong. So say for instance I change the color of the bed here, you can see it's going to disappear and it just becomes a little bit too much. So I only go for the wallpaper, you know, the pixie dust looking wallpaper. Okay, it's called Jubilee, I might add. Right, now there is another color I'm going to show you because I've come out. I'm gonna have to go and look for it. Yeah, the next one down actually, it's purple. I really like this one. There is an outfit that would go with this, but I don't have it in the game right now. I'm still trying it with Izzy to get it, but I typically put her in this particular outfit when I choose this color. It's not exactly the same, but I definitely change her outfit when I change the pixie dust on the wall. And the blue lotus lights do work in the space. This green is quite vibrant from the one that was originally set out, It's a lot more intense. And again, I can't put up a green outfit for you to see because the green screen will cause her to disappear. But this is sometimes a color I put in the space. It's quite lovely with the walls down too. Now this one is basically yellow, and then you've got blue pixie dust on the wall. So if I just change the lights back, I mean, these blue lights could work, but yeah, just for me, I just don't think I want it to be blue. The little blue sprinkle on the walls is blue enough, and then the yellow is just quite soft and lovely. It's like ice cream. And then I put her in this outfit, so she's got the yellowy wings, the blonde hair, and the blue outfit, and this is what she typically puts on when she is in this setting in her home. I think it's very nice. This is one I tend to stay in quite often. Some moods I don't keep for too long because it's quite strong, but this works for me. And the rims of this lovely royal rug as well is yellow, so this is one that works, and I tend to tilt towards a lot. Then you have, I think that the next lot are quite similar, but it's just the dots, you know, the pixie sprinkle, which is what I'm calling it, they change. The next one, oh, we've seen that, and the next one is white, which I really love. Now this one is one that goes with her original outfit, which is a nightgown outfit actually. This is very nice. It's like black sprinkles on the wall, but in a way, I know it's white, and I tend to settle with white colors. White sometimes is easy to go with. It's not something you need to style so with any effort whatsoever, but this is what I would put her in when her house is in this mood. Then we have this color, which is just ever so slightly different from the other one we had before. I don't know, the other one was a bit green, like green little sprinkles. This is a bit blue and neon looking, so there's a shine to it, a glow actually, a glow. And this here is just very beautiful. So they're quite similar, so all white walls but different pixie dust effect on the wall. This is just beautiful, just beautiful. Now with this particular one, I changed the lights to red, and when you do, look at that pink ambience that's, you know, it's just intensified the pink a little bit more, and it's beautiful. You could do different things with this new lighting situation that we have in the game now. And she wears red, believe it or not. I put her in red, the red fiery outfit, when I change her home to this color, and it's just very nice. I just love the way when you change the lotus lights, it creates that pink effect just in those rooms where it's hanging, and I just love it, absolutely. Okay, so a few ideas for you. I'm gonna leave it that way for now. And this is her pet. I mentioned that earlier. She does have a pet as a fairy, and Maudry is quite temperamental, and if you come into this front yard, Maudry could eat you. Okay, she guards the gate, and this is the other pet that she has. As I said before, you can click on it. It's from the Winterfest event. She can sing with this and just have some fun. I thought she should have some pets. We don't have pets in the game, but this is some form of pets for my hazy fairy sim. Now this light here, you can change to different colors, as you know, came from the Modern Luxe event. Well, before I turn the lights off, let me just show you something about my friend list. So I've got 64 or 50, and this is because sometimes your friend list completely disappears, and when it does, I want friends. So I just then go over to my messages, and there would be a ton of requests, so I'll just go ahead and accept, because I just feel so lonely. I would just accept. Now when the game gets fixed, you know, you come back in and everything's reset, I end up with more than the required number of neighbors. Now this is what it looks like at nighttime, and you have this light here. You could change it to any color, but now it's red, and you know, she's supposed to be in the fiery outfit, and this is when Maudry is a bit dangerous. You can see the sparkly lights in the entrance. You can see the way the pink ambience is even more intensified in the different rooms where you have the lotus hanging chandeliers. Very pretty, just very sweet. Very sweet. How lovely. It's amazing how much change an update can make. You can see through the windows, you've got lights, and it's a whole different game. Another thing that she has a dark side. Well, any whimsical creature has a dark side. She, from one of the events right here, has a mystical table. So seeing as this is the setting for the day, it's all a bit reddish in the entrance and so on, let's just change that to, yeah, I think that color's okay. Should I put it in the house? Maybe not. So we'll just leave it outside for now so I don't waste any time. But yeah, she comes here and she tries to peer into the future or view the mystical table or whatever. But yeah, she's the one I gave the table to when, that event was completed. She's the one that has all these kinds of things in her house. So Icon and Pecan are regular human beings, as is the son, who I will retire soon. But here is a close-up look of her. She's got the tiniest eyes, so on the measurements, if you want this sim, I think maybe another day I would give you the measurements so you could just recreate her if you want. Tiniest eyes, a broad nose, juicy lips, quite heavy up top in the bust area, and blonde and exceptionally pale. These are all her outfits. Well, she does share them with Pecan and Icon, of course, but she has all the fairy outfits, obviously. If I want, I could get Pecan into them, but I tend not to. She's the one that wears them all. And this is the green fairy outfit that I didn't display because against a green screen, she would have disappeared. Oh dear, it was funny. I tried it. It was really funny, and I won't show that to you. Right, so we're done here. And I have shown you my Pixie land, and I hope you love what you've seen and what I've done with my town. I wanted to make it make sense, and now that we have, different locations, it's quite nice to be able to make sense of a space and create a town, a neighborhood, And what I'll do now, I should have put her in the red, but I'm not going back into cast mode. There she is. I'm going to stop her and get her to socialize with one of her fairy friends. Well, the only fairy friend she has. Her name is Izzy Icon. I don't know if you have her in your game, but when I actually first had the game a year ago, more than a year ago, I saw this sim and I just fell in love with her outfit, and just got bitten by the whole fairy bug thing, and I just couldn't get over it. And ever since then, I've been driven to have this complete, well kitted out fairy, and she was the inspiration for it. So we've been BFFs since then, and they always hang out together here. I wish I had more fairy friends or neighbors with fairies so we could all hang out together or something. When we can throw parties at these venues. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon in the next video. Take care. Bye.